Well, good morning. I'm Marcia Wilson, the manager of social services here in Laguna Woods Village. If you have vision loss or care about somebody who does, our program today could be of help to you. My special guest is Paul Brenan. He's the Independent Living Services Instructor with Dale McIntosh. Welcome back to the program, Paul.
Thanks for having me, Marcia. A pleasure to be here.
Tell us a little bit about the Dale McIntosh Resource Center. When did it begin, and what is its guiding philosophy?
We opened our doors in 1977, and our role is to be a resource center for people with disabilities in Orange County. We are believers in the philosophy that people that have disabilities, no matter what they may be, should have equal access to the community and be able to conduct independent lives.
That's a beautiful statement. I understand that you've even got a satellite office that's not too far away.
Yes, we have a small satellite office in the Laguna Hills City Hall building at the corner of El Toro Road and Paseo La Valencia.
De Valencia, yes. So that is close by for folks.
Yep.
Who is eligible to receive services from your center?
Well, we serve people of all ages that have different disabilities and are in need of specific services. My primary role at Dale McIntosh is working with seniors that have vision loss, but we do other things such as providing sign language interpreters to people who are deaf or hard of hearing if they might be in a hospital situation, benefits assistance to people that have questions about SSI or SSDI, housing resources that we give people, assistive technology training. We have a computer lab at our Anaheim office where people can come and have some assistive technology training. And then there's what I do too.
Tell us about the thing you mentioned to me in October. What was that?
My role at Dale McIntosh is to work with seniors that are experiencing vision loss and to help them to develop skills, get them devices that can help them to live as independently as possible. And one of the issues that we face on a regular basis has to do with access to prescription medication information. Now, medications, some of them are quite detrimental to a person's health. And when an individual has vision loss and they can't read the labels on the prescription containers, medication organization becomes an issue. And so I have on the table here two devices that are basically a result of the Prescription Drug Labeling Promotion Act, which is basically a study group that is seeking to find the most effective way for people with vision loss, which is over 20 million people in the United States, to have access to the information on their prescriptions, such as the name of the drug, the dosage, side effects, whatever that information is that they need to know to make sure that they're taking the right medication when they need it. So what I'll do is I'll just show you these two devices real quickly here.
Please.
Ambien, take for sleep, take with food, may cause some dizziness.
So that's...
I don't know if people could hear that. It told you what the name of it was.
Yes.
How often to take it.
Yes.
And the little side effect it might cause.
Yes, you can record whatever you want. A family member, a pharmacist can do this, the doctor, so that basically at the touch of a button you have access to the printed material on the side of this container. It also has an alarm so that you can set a certain time in terms of hours. If you needed to take a medication perhaps every 3 hours, an alarm will sound to let you know that it's time to take that medication.
And the other one does something similar?
The other one does not have an alarm. This is slightly different in that the container fits into a pedestal which contains the prescription identifier. So I'll hold this one up. This one's a little bit louder.
This is your blood pressure medication, metoprolol. Take one tablet twice a day, may cause dizziness.
So these are two examples.
Where did you get these, Paul?
This first device that I have here is actually provided by Walgreens. For anybody out there that gets their prescriptions from Walgreens, you're entitled to one of these devices on top of each of your prescription containers at no charge whatsoever. Also, if you are not with Walgreens and you'd like to have these, you can also purchase them at Walgreens for $9.99 each and use them with any prescription.
But you need a little device for the second one to scan the bottom.
Well, this second one doesn't need a device to scan. This one is also where you record. However, I know what you're talking about. There's another device that I don't have with me today that's like a barcode reader when you go to the grocery store.
That's what I'm thinking.
And so it has a label on the bottom of the container, and you simply put the container onto the scanner, and it's going to read that label. So instead of having an identifier on each container, you would have a label on each container and let the barcode reader tell you the information about that specific prescription.
And it gives you a voice and tells you.
Yes. And you can adjust the volume on it. It has a little bit more bells and whistles than these two devices do.
Okay.
The key here is that the government is investigating what is going to be the best way for people to access this information.
Okay. These are two great devices, and all it takes is a little visit to your friendly Walgreens to get it started. That has got to be a way then to from people mistaking what they're taking.
In an article that I was just reading, there was a story about a gentleman that's totally blind that was prescribed Vicodin, and his pharmacist changed his prescription to Vicodin 10, which is a much stronger form of Vicodin, and he had no idea, and he ended up incapacitated for 3 days.
Not good.
No, and this issue is of particular concern to seniors because there are many instances in which people end up hospitalized because they're taking what they think is the right medication, but is actually not the correct medication they're supposed to be taking. They're taking too much of one and not enough of the other.
Got it. If people at home wanted more information, how do they reach you?
You can call the Dale McIntosh Center. We have an 800 number. It is 1-800-972-8285, or we have a 714 number, which is area code 714-621-3300, and you can ask for Paul Brenan at the Aging with Vision Loss program.
Terrific. Paul at the side. Thank you, Paul, for being my guest today on Social Services Corner.
Thank you.
You've given us some great information about the services you provide and the ways that you are going to help people deal with their disability and prosper.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you for having me.
All right. I'm Marsha Wilson, and I will see you here next time.